I don't typically make videos like this, but right now I kind of feel it necessary. A few weeks ago, a company called PlateStation 5 started up and they started making custom plates for the PlayStation 5. And considering the console isn't even out yet, that immediately raises suspicion. Now, I saw this on my live stream and I was one of the first people who was genuinely interested in this product. Custom colors for a brand new PlayStation 5. That's awesome. It's coming in white, obviously, and a lot of people want variants. People want that classic PlayStation black. People want that midnight blue. People want this red, this pink, these other various colors that this brand seems to have answers to. And that's awesome, right? That's an amazing idea. That's a great product that people undeniably are going to want. And then Sony told them that they couldn't do it because they didn't file for a third-party fucking license. And that makes sense because they didn't reach out. They didn't get the licensing. And then Sony steps in and says, hey, this is proprietary shit. And, if you want to get a third-party license, so be it. But if you don't want to fucking play by the rules, you can't. So they dropped the 5 from their branding, and then they started going by the PlateStation. That wasn't enough, and then they rebranded entirely into a new company. And this new company is called Customize My Plates or something like that. And they fucking issued refunds to everybody who pre-ordered it. And by the way, these plates were not cheap. These plates were not cheap. From my understanding, and sorry for the lighting change, by the way, I'm editing this as I'm going, they are charging $40 for these plates, which is a lot of fucking money for plastic. And, because they're the only ones that are out there that are doing it, or, well, they're not the only ones that are out there doing it, but they're the ones that are, getting big, and they're the ones that are figuring out what they need to do and supposedly being the ones that are pioneering this fucking PlateStation idea. They get to decide the price. And that is something that I do in a way agree with, because at the end of the day, people are fucking stupid. And if you can charge them 40 fucking extra dollars for plastic that it cost you $5 to make, fuck it. Why not? But all in all, the controversy starts after Sony has decided, hey, you guys can't make this. So what do after they get all of this recognition from GameSpot, IGN, etc., etc., etc.? They decide we're going to go on Alibaba and buy a bunch of fucking products from China and resell them. Now, I have no issue with Alibaba. Alibaba is a fucking wonderful website if you're trying to get something done cheap and fucking well made, right? Sometimes you can do great shit with Alibaba, and sometimes you can get plastic that costs $8 and then you resell it for $30. And that's exactly what they're fucking doing. So out of nowhere, Customize My Plates puts out this vertical charge station with cooling fan. And on top of that, they also had customizable skins for the PlayStation 5 controller, which they have since taken off of their website, which literally the product was up for 2 hours and then they pulled it down. Then they had black PlayStation 5 controller skins, which were literally something, again, from Alibaba. Then they added a universal dual charging station with headset stand, which is hilarious because they've not advertised that on their Twitter, but they have advertised all of this shit. And probably the most laughable of them all, they added a limited edition matte black gaming chair. You couldn't make this shit up if you tried. So what's the issue? Is it that they're selling shit from Alibaba, or is it that the products suck? Well, it's kind of a mix, right? But the most laughable thing is that they don't even understand what they're selling. And I have evidence. So they go to Twitter, right? Right after all of this shit happens, they go to Twitter and they say, hey, by the way, we're so sorry that we can't do the plates. And, obviously to make back some scratch that they, didn't even lose in the first place, I would assume. They say, hey, here's a 15% off code. You can buy anything from the website for 15% off, like you want to buy this plastic shit. But anyway, somebody says, hey, is the vertical stand compatible with the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition? I know you guys had the option for the plates to choose between the disc and the digital version, but I don't see that for the stand. And then they reply, This one is just compatible with the standard edition. No, it's not. And I can show you it. So going on to Alibaba for literally 15 seconds and typing in PlayStation 5 will bring up this stand. And it's laughable because it's literally called a 2-in-1 stand, and it's they don't even get the name right on it. Like on the printing like of this box, it says that it's for the P5, and it is something D, E, and UHD compatible. It's a fucking stand. But in the video on Alibaba's website, it literally shows a little like piece of plastic that can be inserted into the stand, so it works with the digital edition and the disc edition. And if you ask me, which I asked them on Twitter, and that's when they fucking blocked me, was, hey, it doesn't even fit. I would assume that this doesn't even fit, because the PlayStation side on their fucking diagram here, all of the sides are flush, but on the actual PlayStation, they all fucking jut out. So if I order this from this website, is it even going to fit? They don't even have the dimensions properly. So how the hell are they going to be vetting this fucking thing, which they said that they do? They said that you buy it from them because it's a streamlined and vetted process. How are you vetting it? It's not even in your fucking hands, the console or the fucking product. Now, I'm not going to sit here and call this a scam. I mean, that's entirely up to them and things of that nature to actually deliver on a product. And frankly, if you're stupid enough to buy it, then, you know, whatever. But if they're going to actually deliver a product after I am certain my cat just, as I was saying, basically, at the end of the day, they need to be able to actually deliver on these products and actually tell people, hey, this is what we're making and this is what we're selling. But the problem with it is that this isn't theirs. And I understand it. It's called drop shipping and shit like that. Buy something cheaper, sell it for more. And that makes sense. Fuck it. Business is business. But when I ask you a question and you block me and I make a thread, hey, by the fucking way, this is what you're doing, and I'm a little fucking iffy on your business after I've advertised it on my stream and said, hey, this looks cool. So they fucking announced, this company announced this thing called PlateStation 5 D brand. So it's not D brand. So like the PlayStation 5 has these fucking removable plates on the side of them, and you rip them off and then you put them back on. It's super interesting. But it's like the first, it's kind of like a case for your PlayStation, but so instead you just rip off the white and you put something else on it because you can just pop them into place. It's weird. When a person asks what the hell happened to Michaelmcchill, and then now you're blocking people on Twitter, and you've been trolling people who have any fucking criticism about your brand, the fact that your response to that is, if you're being a nuisance and harassing people on Twitter, expect to get blocked. I don't care who you are. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry's takes it upon themselves to start investigating companies thinking they're going to uncover the next bloody Ponzi scheme, when in reality, this is just a small business being run by people just like you. Give us a chance before coming for our heads. I gave you a chance. I asked a question. And yeah, I kind of expected an answer. I knew what I was going to get, right? I knew that you guys were buying this shit from Alibaba in some fucking way. I did think it was a joke. I didn't figure it was going to be from Alibaba literally, but it was. I gave you a chance. And I asked. And you kind of spit in my fucking face. So here we are. I'm not trying to like step on your toes, but man, you don't even got the dimensions. And you're saying it's a vetted process. And then you add a fucking gaming chair for $120. And you have the balls to say it's limited edition. What the fuck? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that they are scam artists. At the end of the day, you are a consumer and you can buy what you want to buy. At the end of the day, I was wanting to buy their $40 fucking plastic. But seeing how they're handling their business, their Twitter, and especially after their not once but twice fucking rebrand, it's a little hard for me to take them seriously. Also, especially after they say, hey, the same guys who are making the plates are the ones who are making the charging fan. I don't think those guys ever were making it. I don't think you had the plates made at all. And if you were they going to show up on Alibaba? Because they're not there now. And that's because Alibaba doesn't have the fucking dimensions. It's been really confusing paying attention to this brand. And I can't recommend anything from them. I mean, my God, I had a $500 chair and that piece of shit fell apart, let alone a $120 one. All in all, vote with your wallet. And yeah, they refunded at least $20,000 worth of shit, and that's what IGN posted. But I would say, like, just because they did that doesn't mean that they're not going to fuck you over eventually. Yeah, they gave people back the money because, hey, this product didn't get to come out. But that doesn't mean that this fucking charging stand or this chair or this fucking grip is good. People wanted plates, and yeah, you can't do that right now. That sucks. Get a third-party license and then do some injection molds. But I can't really feel bad, especially when you start trolling people on your Twitter account and blocking anybody who has a genuine question. Sorry that this is the return to the main channel, and I hope we don't do more commentary type shit, but whatever. My name is Michaelmcchill, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.